Hello, one and all, and welcome. My name is Fear. That's me. And this is my kitty's house. I'm just staying here. She lets me stay here. She's not available for comment right now, but she may show up in a little bit. All right, I think we're going. I think we're good. We're live, and today I just want to say my name is Fear, and I already said that. And today we're going to talk about some Crowfall stuff. We got patch 7.5 coming out relatively soon. I'm going to say it might come out on Monday. And also, we're going to talk about some other concerns in the Shadow campaigns. And of course, we're going to talk about some EK stuff, as one does here at Battle Vortex. So we're going to go ahead. And this is a Crow Talk 09. And I think we're ready. All right. We are here. Still got volume, got desktop audio, got game audio. Yep, I can hear it. We're good, man. It took me a hot minute to do that. So welcome, one and all. We are here to give you the latest scoops about the Crowfalls. Sort of. Well, what I care about the Crowfalls anyway. I don't care about everything, but I do focus in certain areas. All right, so today we're going to start off with the fact that if you're not playing Crowfall right now and you want to, there is a link in the About section below this video. You can try the game for 10 days free. If you decide to buy into the game, whether you get the base pack, which I think is still like $11, or you get a bigger pack, you get 25% off using my code. And that is in the About section, or if you're watching this on YouTube, in the links below the video. And you can try it and check it out. It's actually a lot of fun. You got to learn how. It's got quite the learning curve, but that's why I'm here. I'm trying to help people with that learning curve, help get them acclimated to what's going on. It's like I said, there's a lot of things that need to be worked out, and they're going to be worked out hopefully within the coming months. And that's my story. And I'm sticking to it until otherwise I feel like that's not true any longer. But right now, that's how I feel about it. The Crowfall, now, I don't know if this is working or not, but Crowfall claimed, or Tiggs claims, that there's a banner you can get. And I'm not positive whether or not I even have Twitch drops on. So, because I'm not technically not a content creator. I'm just an affiliate, because I didn't want to make the commitment to, 4 days a week, 2 hours a day, blah, 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 all this craziness they wanted. So, because, at a certain age, that kind of streaming just ain't for you no more, So they claim it's working. I don't know. I have not, nor my guildies that have gotten the notification for that have received the additional banner. It's a black and white banner. I can actually show you, or it might be black. It's black and white. I don't know. It's either black with white crow or white with black crow, something like that. But anyway, we got a lot of those around the old EK here, and but none of us have received one. So. And most of my guildies, they can't even be bothered to send in a support ticket, let alone, So I get stuck just saying, hey, they can't get it either. And of course, I'm sure Tiggs loves that. But, that's the way, that's how real customers are. They don't want to be bothered with all this craziness. They just want things to work. So I understand that perspective as well. I think if I look in the Discord, 1 second whilst I look in here. Okay. Yep. Okay, we're good. I just wanted to make sure that we were live. and we are getting notifications are going out. I tweeted it out and everything, so it should be everywhere now. And so I try to keep the first few minutes of the show light because I don't do those long 10, 15-minute intros that people do. I think those are ridiculous. I want to get down to business. I got things to do. My time is valuable. Please hurry up. Let's get her done. Get her done. So anyway, I'll show you what this banner looks like. It's over here on my ridiculously oversized EK. Am I on the right side? I think I am. Oh, yeah, I am. Okay, there it is. There it is. We're coming up on the banner. So it's one of these two banners. And I would love to have the third one so I can mark certain things. Oh, man, they're both backwards, too. I got to turn those both around. Look at that. My banners are not happy. They're backwards. But anyway, it's one of these two banners. That one or that one. And I'm really embarrassed that I have them backwards. That's just terrible. I didn't even notice that. Azerlin, what's up, my friend? My earthen brethren from the shadow. Yes. We're still licking our wounds over there in Moon on that deal. So hold on, let me get this up. Oh, let me also get rid of this. We don't need that. And we're good. We should be good. Yeah. Okay. I don't really need all the coverings and stuff, but you never know. If I happen to run out into the shadow or something, I like to make sure I'm well protected. Some bad. Yeah. I see. Azerlin's one that would know too that that's wrong. And now I'm embarrassed. You know what I mean? I'm just a little bit. I feel a little shamed by this. I'm going to fix it right now because this is unacceptable. Yeah, I'm a little bit red in the face right now because I showed you guys this and the banner was backwards. That is not the fear way. We do not have mistakes like that around here. Okay, that one's better. Let's go get this other guy. Need to move him. Okay. Let's turn him around. We got to turn this guy around. Turn around, buddy. Turn around for me, would you? Just come around there. That's perfect. Now this one's hard to tell because I can't see the base, so we have to. Oh my God, they're not even even. What the hell was I doing? Jeez. Man, oh man, I was really screwed up. I must have been tired that day. Okay, that's better. Okay, now we're looking pretty, right? We'll have to see if Azerlin gives his approval on the new banner placement. Whew, that was a little crazy. Yes, EKs are very exciting. If you've got a lot of time on your hands and 70,000 walls, EKs are the place for you. Yeah, I just put up a second, because, one wall around my castle wasn't enough. I actually put up a second wall, which is also uneven, but it's hard to tell because of this cathedral or shrine right here, whatever they call that. And then, so it's a little hard to tell. But anyway, we'll just go ahead and we'll ride on into the castle. What do you think? Drop the black one. Oh, the black one's a little taller, isn't it? Let's see. Okay, Az called me out again. Hold on. Oh, that one can't come down, so I got to raise the other one, I guess. Yeah, it should. Yeah, it won't go down. That's why I didn't do it. But I can bring this one up a notch just to make it even. Okay. Let's go up. There we go. That should be even. Let's see. See if that's a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm good. Yeah, I got to fix this wall on this side. It's too high. And this one's a little bit lower. It looks a little bit better. You can kind of probably tell if I just turn like this. But yeah, this one's too high. This one's just right. I like it where it is. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's trial and error. Actually, I can show you one of the challenges with doing the walls out here on these is the fact that the terrain is crazy, right? In the corners, for whatever reason, the developers were like, we should just have some crazy hills in the corners of these so that the people designing EKs are going to struggle. So you can see here, for example, there's a hill, and this hill gets in the way. So what I had to do is I had to actually use these walls that lower themselves. So you see the incline here, or the decline, whatever you want to call it. And so I had to do that just so I could get, and I'm not going all the way around on this wall. This is just a corner placement, and that's just basically so I can use these towers to protect myself from those evil earthers that are out there, because you know there's evil earthers everywhere you look, and you got to be careful. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, as I told you before, I just kind of used a credit card on this one, but I mean, it doesn't matter to me how you get the parts, just as long as you get it and you get involved. So this one, you can actually come out to this tower out here, which can protect your front door. And then obviously you can go down. You can't go all the way around, but you can go most of the way down and around. And then there's also a window or a door back here that we can jump out if we need to. Emergency exit right there. And yeah, so, and then, yeah, there's an extra little space in there for funsies. So yeah, so it's a challenge to build your EK up, especially if you have, these walls are crazy, and there's different there's different ways you can build them. Like those ones that are on an incline, they are a selection you get when you're building your wall. You gotta, before you place it or anything, you gotta tell it what it's going to be, what kind of wall it's going to be, how it's going to face, and then you got to get it to connect to another wall. Oh, in the valley. Yeah, you like the valley? Here's the valley. I've got some things. I got some of these buildings from the last shadow, because we won the last shadow and I actually had enough points. It was the first time I ever got enough points. So I ended up with, and then that thing there, those taverns are from Twitch drops. And I didn't want to give up the space on the vendor areas. So we'll get to the vendor areas in a little bit. But I didn't want to give up the space there. So I opted to just go ahead and throw them on this big castle parcel. We actually have 6 castles. So this is only one of them. This is probably the largest one on one level, but we also have a mountain citadel on the other side. So, and this, I'm going to tell you guys about this, is Kronos. Okay, this statue. This is 2,500 crowns and worth every penny to have all over your EK. Now, at first I was very upset that they didn't just have it automatically come on. But I kind of understand why they might want people to just go ahead and purchase them. And at 2,500, it's a perfectly good purchase for your crafters and people that live on your EK to have in their areas when they craft. I don't do a lot of crafting, but what I do is I deal with disciplines a lot. So I deal with a lot of disciplines. As you can see, I've built on this particular character, Pound of Flesh, First Wind. I'm working on some other things up there. But yeah, when you want to change your disciplines, it's just nice to have the Kronos statue. Okay? So there you go. That's Fear's tip. Let's go take a look. I can't, this castle is so confusing. It is almost impossible for me to find my way to the top of it, and it's really dark, and I've got everything turned up really high, so I'm not sure exactly. Like, I know I did figure out that I can get you can get crafting stations even if you're not using them, but there's certain crafting stations that are very well illuminated, and you can put those around, and it provides more light. So there's that. That's a thing. But I think I've done this a few times, but I don't expect anybody to remember this. But I am going to try to get to the top of this castle. This is not the top. Where's the top? Oh, here we go. This might be it. No, because there's like a room, and you got to go around this thing, and this might be the. Okay, here it is. This is the stairs. See, and it's hidden back there. You wouldn't even know until you see that, and then you got to come up here. And boom, now we're on the tippity top. Tippity. I don't want to jump off on accident, but here we go. Now we're at the tippity top of the castle. This is the second highest point in the whole EK. If you can look look way out there, you kind of see that structure. It doesn't look like much right now. That is the mountain citadel. We like to keep Nachos as far away from us as possible, so he's way over there. Nachos owns that castle. And there's, so now you get a better look at my walls that I built. Plus, I have these internal walls as well. And actually, I've learned another trick that, some of you may or may not know as EK builders. Always try to use the building, especially the backs of buildings. Most of the backs of buildings are intended to be walls, so you don't have to build all that extra wall. So it saves you, as you can see at the top. No, you can't see that. Hold on. Let me adjust something. And then where is the... Okay, so now you can see the top of my screen. At the top, you can see the number of buildings and the number of defense tokens you can have on a particular parcel. So this one, it's got 400 extra small. So I can just basically lather this place up with extra small stuff, which I don't have. So that's not a thing. And then you can do 18 small buildings, which would be like cottages, stuff like that. You've got your mediums. I can do 46 mediums, which would be mostly your villas and things of that nature. Your large buildings is like forts and stuff like that. Forts is the biggest one, I think. That's a large. There's also some large statues that also take one of those slots. I think one's over. Where are you? You can't really see it from here, but yeah, there's a big giant statue over there. Yeah, it's over there, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, let me look. Let's see. Yeah, Grimoire. Yeah, so it's like right down here on J7 or whatever. And then also, yeah, so then you got extra large is 3. So extra large is like keeps, stuff like that. Maybe certain castles. There are medium and large castles as well, but in my world, it's go big or go home. This parcel is this is the palace, I believe is what it's called, the palace parcel. It's bigger than a metropolis or whatever they call it. I can't remember the names of all of them, but yeah, it's probably the biggest parcel of land you can get. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's one bigger than this. Actually, there's another palace, or I've seen a picture of another palace that I'm not sure if this is that one, but it's very similar. It's basically the valley, and then you've got the walkways that come across to it on 3 sides of it. There's one, and then the other one's on the other side. There's three walkways. So I've got there's the third walkway. It goes over to Callie's castle, and there's one of our guild houses. We've got 2 of those. So yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit more soon. But you guys, I bet you got scared there. I almost jumped off. But you know what? I got wings, so I ain't even scared. You know what I'm saying? So so what parcel type is that behind the wall? I'm not sure. Hey, Rufio, what the hell? What was the tip you said about placing walls? Use the backs of your castles and keeps as walls, because that's what they're really designed for. If you look at any campaign world, they always use the keeps and things as part of the wall structure. So that's my main tip. And I can show you down here where I did that with this one, where I can, let me see, it might take us about 10 minutes to get down there, but on the back of this castle here, I'm going to drop down a little bit, and then so we can get down just a little bit faster. I don't necessarily want to hit the ground at this speed, but we'll see. We'll get over here. We got to get over here. So you can see right here on the back, I it was almost impossible for me to line up the walls back here. So what I did is I don't know, I was in a campaign or something, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, their keeps and stuff are walls too. So I was like, oh, my castle's like that because there's no way in on this side at all. You can't go into the castle on this side. So then I was like, well, cool. And then I'll put like a servant's entrance in the back, because the game right now, if you're not if you're not either Moon or in my guild, the door won't work for you. Like, you won't be able to use the door. It's like locked. So now I have a way for, now I have a way for the scrubs that aren't part of the Dark Vortex or part of Moon to get in that door, to get in the castle, to get into my castle. Sorry. So, and it also works on the arena, where the arena has 4 doors on it. And so if you're not a member of the faction or the guild, then it won't let you use those doors. And I think most of you probably know what doors these are, but they're these doors right here, where you go, you know, where you hit the button and you use the gate. Yeah, that don't work for people that aren't affiliated with my guild. So, which is fine, except I don't mind if people come in and look around my castle. It's actually kind of cool. I think it actually encourages people to want oh my God, there's awesome. It encourages people to want to get them. You know what I mean? EKs weren't, in the sales pitch for the game. It's all hardcore PvP, but they have these really elaborate EKs, and they also have really elaborate crafting systems and really elaborate other things going on. PvP is just one of a gazillion things you can do on Crowfall. And so I try to promote things that other players do not, because I'm not a full-time streamer. I don't need content. You know what I mean? I am the content. I tell you guys stuff, right? So that's how I do it. And, obviously I'm not the most popular streamer, but I don't want to be either, because with great power comes great responsibility. And I know Zossam can attest to that as the leaderboard leader for Earth. She is pretty popular right now. I'm only second place, and I'm not even going to be able to catch Curie. So, yeah, we're good. I like second. Second's good. They look at me and they're like, it's just that second place guy. He ain't nothing. And it's like, yeah, cool. Yeah, but they still kill me anyway. But it's just a thing. So I had a fright this morning, guys. Story time. I don't have a fancy story time thing. Story time. So I got on this morning, and the patch 7.5 notes were up. And I thought, oh my God, the patch came out and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm getting ready to do a stream. And then I realized I was on the test center. I was like, oh, man, I almost started a stream, and I was going to hype it all up and talk about the patch. I'm still going to talk about some of the patch stuff, some of the concerns I have. They are going to make that change where it doesn't, so in patch 7.5 that's coming out real soon, they're going to make a change to the event log. So so I know it's hard for me to get people in your general tab if it's set up a certain way. Whoops, not that one. If it's set up a certain way, you can see the events. And in the events, if you kill a guard, say, then it reports that event to the zone. But, so it seems totally benign, except you don't know that as a new player or somebody that usually has chat closed, you don't notice this, right? So you're just going along, and then all of a sudden you're like, how are these people tracking me to every single place I go? And I was getting mad. I was like, because I wasn't even streaming. I'm like, well, they're not stream sniping me. They're not stream sniping me at all. So what the hell? How are these guys? I'll even say it was Cronin and Fat Talker and them and Dur, what's his name? I love those guys, by the way. Nothing wrong with them. I don't think they did anything wrong. I'm not blaming them for anything. But what I'm saying is I couldn't figure out how they always knew where I was. Sometimes they were at a place before I even got there. Now, I understand that you can also... hello again. I also understand that you can watch... If you watch the map, anytime you actually assault a... Yeah, exactly. I understand, Zo. so that you can look at the map, and if you start seeing the fires going all over the place, you kind of can get a visually you can get a pattern. But with the event log, you can actually break that event log out into its own tab. So let me show you the tab right here. So here's the event tab. This only has events on it. Now, if you just have that tab open, you can track somebody pretty seriously, and as long as you've been in the zone. So say you got people in multiple zones, which as one does, right? You can basically get a database of where these people's movements and find them before they even commit a crime. Now, the game company, formerly Ace, now Monumental, they claim that this was to promote PvP, which is wrong. It's not. That's not what it's for. Somehow the PKs, the player killers, convinced the devs to give them a way to hunt without hunting because they're lazy. And instead of watching the flames and listening to the sirens on the screen and the warnings and all that, they wanted it even easier to find people, which is silly. But I understand, as a former PK, I guess I still am a PK, but I'm not that dirty like I used to be. I'm not that sweaty as I used to be. So, I understand it, but I don't like it. Okay. And Zossam can probably confirm this. This is a terrible system. So when I got mad, right? Okay. So what happened was there was another player that came and caught me at an outpost, killed me, and apologized profusely for killing me, and then proceeded to show me how he had found me. And he showed me how to hook up this events tab. This is not, something that there's no manual for this game, right? So I'm not one that even likes that chat system because I use Discord for everything. I don't even care about the chat system. But now, and then I found out what they're doing with it. And I got really angry. I got really super angry because I was like, this is bullshit, because as technically the assailant, but what they do is they send more people because it also reports in that event log. It gives them an idea of exactly how many people are in your group. So if 2 people kill the guard, they know there's 2 people. If 4 people kill the guard, they know there's 4 people. So then they just send double that, right? That's as one does. You send double the number of attackers to kill your enemy. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. You double zone in event tabs. I use it in the same way. I don't think outposts should be in the event tab at all. Just forts and keeps. Right. I don't care. Okay, so the thing with the forts and the keeps, they're on a timer. So we already know, you look at the map, you look at the fort, it tells you when it can be attacked. You can make plans. Outposts you cannot, okay? But outposts to me are just cannon fodder. That's flag flipping. So you flip the flag, they flip the flag, you flip the flag. That's very fun, okay? I'll just tell you, as somebody that's second place on the moon leaderboard in Conquest on Shadow, yeah, that's a lot of fun. I do it all the time. And sometimes I get caught. Sometimes I don't. Sneaking and getting out of fighting is a tactic. I don't know. I know some of the more hardcore, maybe dregs players, whatever, are like, no, we cannot encourage them to avoid fights. They must get in the fight. They must all herd into a room and let me beat them until they learn how to play the game. And I'm just like, dude, that's not going to work. Okay. Even I like the idea. I do, trust me, but it's not going to work. It didn't work in UO. It didn't work in Shadowbane. It's not going to work didn't work in DAOC. It just doesn't work. Okay. You got to kind of let them in the door, get comfortable, start feeling good, and then you kill them. That's how you get them. So sorry, you guys are typing. I'm not used to this much activity in my chat, so I apologize if I'm missing anything here. Is there a way to change your character's appearance, like hair color? That's funny, Zawi. I'll tell you what. That is so funny, because they had these things in Ultima Online. They had a job called counselor, and so, kind of like content creators they have now. So they would have these counselors, be online. You would get an account from the company. You would, sorry, I lost my headset. Sorry. You would get online and you would get in the game and you would be wearing blue robes. So like the GMs had red robes, the seers, which I really miss seers. Seers were like really creative people that would come out and they would find a group of people and then they would make an event for them to do. Just, out of the blue, like, hey, you guys, you suddenly see a dragon. What are you going to do about it? And then you slay the dragon or whatever. It was great. I mean, they were a little bit more elaborate. There's very creative people. I'm not that creative. I would just throw a bunch of dragons and kill you guys. But, so I decided that I wanted to help the community. I wanted to get in there and I wanted to teach these players how to play. So I became a counselor. And I got in there, and on day one, I'm in there, and people are asking questions and stuff, and it's general ideas. And then somebody asked me that question: how do I dye my hair? And that's when I logged off the game, and I told it was Origin Systems, or EA at the time, or Electronic Arts. I said, yeah, guys, this isn't for me. I'm not cut out for this. I'm not doing this. I'm not telling people how to dye their hair. The only thing I'm able to change as far as being a backer is concerned is I can make my weapons, if they're crafted, I can imbue them with arcane magic so they glow. I don't know if I'm sure Zawi's seen me because we've been in some fort skirmishes and stuff. But yeah, I'm not on that character currently, but this one doesn't have, this is my little knight character. She's just for funsies. But so anyway, I quit after that. So as far as dyeing your hair and all that, they should have that in this game. This game should allow you to change your appearance. They should get more appearances. I mean, as far as a PvP game goes, PvP enabled game, I should say, PvPers don't necessarily care about that, but everybody else does. So I mean, like hardcore PvPers don't care about it, but everybody else does, including me. I like to have nice outfits and nice hairdos and all that stuff. So yeah, I totally get that, and I think that Zawi is correct. That should be in there. Hello, Haunter. Hey, Haunter, I know you. How you doing, buddy? The event should just say Fort so and so under attack, and that's it. Well, the events log, yeah, it should just say under attack after you attack it. The problem with outposts is that it tells you they're under attack before they're under attack, which is dumb. Okay? There's no but in there. That's dumb. You should not be telling people. I mean, because in a fort or a keep, you can't really get to the guards until you get the wall down, right? So that's an assault. That's a crime being committed. I'm down with that. But I'm not down with, I'm running along, doing whatever, killing thralls, whatever, and some guard shoots me and I just whip around and blast him. Oh, now I've just given up my whole grind location. You know what I mean? Because now everybody in the zone knows where the hell I'm at. So then you basically have to leave and go somewhere else. So, and I'll give you a tip too. When you're doing the outposts, if you're worried, if you're out there alone, just don't hit them in a row. Like if there's 15 outposts right there, you can just get them all in there. They look so tasty and num. Don't hit them all. Skip them and maybe only hit 2 in a zone. Then go to another zone, hit 2 over there. Go to another zone, hit 2 over there. It's a longer rotation, but you'll get found a lot less. And make sure also that you can kill the guards really quickly, because if you're an assassin, a new assassin, say, and you don't quite have the oomph to just like waste them in 2 seconds, then you're going to get found, because it takes maybe a minute to kill all the guards as a lobby assassin, and they're just going to come and get you. So just FYI, so you know. Oh yeah, I think, Azulin saying that he thinks every time you upgrade your vessel, you should have an option to change your appearance. Each rank of vessel has even more options to choose from. That would be cool, I think. Personally, I agree with you, but I also think that they should just have a barbershop, and you You can pay your gold to just go in there and change your shit as much as you want. And now, guys, just FYI too, they just hired artists and network people, so they hopefully will get better network connectivity and stuff, and not see so many of that little. You see that symbol that comes up on your game. Sometimes it looks like a phone, a cellular failure. Yeah, I'm hoping that they're going to work on that, plus a lot of other connectivity issues, and maybe they'll do a memory pass. So every single guild member that I've gotten into this game has had to upgrade their computer to 16 gig, which I have 64 gig. Okay, I'm not mad, but they had to spend a lot of money. Some of them had to buy completely new rigs just to play this game. And this game is not even that taxing. It is because it's got so many memory. It's got more memory holes than a freaking sponge. But, it's not that taxing typically. It's pretty enough. You know what I mean? It's not Cyberpunk 2077 pretty, but it's pretty. And it looks good. And for the most part, they've done a really good job. And I don't want anybody to think I would disparage this company at all. I love a lot of these people I've known for many, many years, like 30 years, like Gordon Walton, Tyrant. I've known him since he was the vice president of Electronic Arts, and he was doing audio shows, which eventually got named podcasts back in the 1990s and 2000s when I was doing Ultima Online. So let me see if I can. Oh, okay. You hold on. You guys are going too fast for me. Hold on just a sec. Okay, so Zasa or Haunter says you can send out a skirmish guys to all outposts. Have all the guys attack all the outposts at the same time. Oh yeah, maybe if you have enough people. The problem, especially in the shadows, and with guilds like mine, I have under 10 people in my guild. So, doing that kind of assault plus getting them interested in doing it, it's not always the best time for me. Okay. But yeah, I agree with you. You could do that. You could also have your guilds, these 400 people guilds, when they tell me they can't find content, I laugh. I'm like, you got 400 people. You should be able, you can basically dot the entire landscape with your people and find anybody you want. You can camp all the gates. You can do all this stuff. Don't lie to me. Don't tell me you can't find people, because you can. There's fires on the map. There's warning signs. There's there's alarms going off everywhere. Don't lie to me. You guys are lying to me. If I had 400 people in my guild, Earth would be so smushed right now in the shadow, they wouldn't even know what the hell just hit them. Okay, but then I'd probably be playing Dregs. So anyway, no offense, Earthers. I love you guys. I do. I appreciate, and I do want to say out loud here. When we're in game and stuff, or when I come on your streams, it's all just fun and games to me. I don't get serious about this stuff. I just like to role play. I'm a role player. Obviously you can tell because I do. And I'm also very addicted to Moon. I only follow Moon. I don't care about the other stuff. And I have a lot of Moon related items, especially big giant statues of moon people. I have Alara in here. I have Kronos. I have Malachi. I have all the moon stuff. I don't do any other stuff, but it's all role play to me as far as the game goes. And I just have fun. I just want to have fun. I know you guys want to have fun. Let's all have fun. Let's do that. I don't get all butt hurt if you guys take a fort or a keep or whatever. Now I'll try really hard to make sure you don't. But, if you catch me after bedtime, well, that's my problem. You know what I mean? Somebody was saying that the other day, that they didn't like the fact that people were attacking things on off hours, in the morning. And I was like, well, that's strategy, dude. That's how you're supposed to do it. You go in at 3:00 in the morning when nobody's on and you kill everything. Now, what I told him though, look, there's two things you can do. You can get Aussies on your team. They're up at the hours you're sleeping, or you can just not sleep so much. Zossam can also affirm that. Okay, so that's how you do that. Excuse me one sec. Got to have a little bit of a zero sugar coffee Coke. It's good stuff. All right, so I'm sorry. Now let me see if I can. You should put that on the forums. I'm not sure what you were referring to, Zossam. I'm sorry. I've been chit-chatting too long. But I have put a lot of things on the forums. If you go to the forums and go to the general discussion, there are at least 4 or 5 posts that I've made there with various scathing ridiculing of the development team. And yeah, so please feel free to go to the forums, check them out, and check them out. So, vendor placement for the win. Okay, Nachos is satisfied with how I placed my vendors in the EK. We're going to get to that in a little bit. Don't gate. Yeah, yes, Hunter, you just said the magic word. Don't gate. Do not gatekeep your content. I don't understand why they want to do this. See, I think something happened, like, because I was an original backer, like an investor, the very beginning, like 2012 or whatever it was. It was way a long time ago, and back then things were different. And then I kind of went on hiatus. I got sick of testing after 3-4 years, because originally they said the game would be done in 2 years. It's 10 years later, so I got sick of testing the same thing over and over. We were testing Hunger Dome, which they don't even have in the game, which I still don't understand, and Siege Perilous, and some other ones. I don't even remember them all. There was a gazillion of them. But all these modes are supposed to be in the game, but they're not. They decided to go with dregs. I don't know why they did dregs, unless they just wanted the whales to be happy, because technically dregs is where the whales will hang out, because they're the ones that they got the money. They're going to have the big EKs. They're going to have the most cash. And if you go to the lobby and you actually go up to the top, there's a thing in there. It'll tell you like all the people that contributed to this game monetarily and otherwise as consulting or whatever. There are literally thousands of names in there. I mean, there are so many names that I on live stream tried to stream through the whole thing while I was talking about things, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't get to the bottom of the list. It literally takes like a half an hour, even if you're using your scroll finger to help scroll it. It's a huge list. But where are all those people now? That's what I want to know. And I know from talking to some of my developer friends, one of my developer friends said something that's really important, and that he said there's a little bit too much Shadowbane and not enough DAOC, Dark Age of Camelot, which Dark Age of Camelot was a faction based. So that's like the Shadow. So, I mean, I guess as far as like, besides the fact that I'm a small guild, that's another reason why I want the Shadow to succeed, because I'd like to see these people have invested money and they've never even seen the game because they heard something bad about it. Right. So that bothers me. That makes me work harder to try and make sure that Shadow makes it. Okay. We need that memory leak. Yeah, we need all the memory leaks fixed, Hunter. Let's see. It's consistently hanging up 9 gigabytes of my memory. Right, yeah. Mr. Moss Mad. Oh, I watched your stream last night, by the way. Zawi says, my computer had 16. I could barely stream and play. Well, okay, so that's the thing, right? So streaming and playing the game, yeah, you probably need 32 minimum. And I don't do that. I actually stream on a computer and I play on a different one, so I don't have that problem. But the other computer has 30. The computer that I'm streaming on is 32 gig, and the one I'm playing on is 64. So there's that. Wow. Okay, Azerlan, he's at 64 gig. So easy now. Yeah, it might be better, but it's still going to be. You know what? The game's got more problems than just the amount of memory it's hogging up. It's got leaks it's like a sieve, man. It needs to be fixed. And I know they know about it. And so I'm not going on and on as much as I should, but I just keep up, old man. You shut it. You shut it, Zawi. I just run a 32 better. I just upgraded to 32, and oh my God, it's a changer. Yes, Zawi, yeah, it is a game changer. I had a friend on a guildie named Cali Wraith, which you may have killed him a few times. He was he was able to play the game in beta and all that, but then when the game came out, he couldn't play it anymore. And we tried everything, and we sent in tickets and did all this stuff. And Crowfall, the guys at Ace had no clue what was going on. They kept telling us to delete this and do that, and nothing worked. And the dude put in 16 gig. And boom, he was in the game. He's been in the game ever since. No problems. Well, he still has connectivity issues, but that's another thing I don't like is the connectivity. Like when somebody's got a bad connection, how they move, like, you know what I mean? Like they jump, they go, looks like they're flash, whatever they call that, flash jumping or whatever. Bing, 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 bing. And their body doesn't move and it just stands still. I tried to fight somebody like that the other day, and it was just totally throwing me off because he kept going blimp, and he'd go to the left, and he'd blimp, he'd go to the right, and blimp, and he'd go this way and that way. And I was just like going, my brain couldn't even wrap around it. So makes me sad how people keep downplaying how hard Earth worked to win the Shadow. Okay, I'll grab that one. It's not. So here's the deal, Zowie. It's not that you worked extremely hard and your guild mates worked extremely hard. There's no doubt about that. The problem is Crowfall is bigger than the Shadow, right? So outside of the Shadow, there's dregs, right? And those guys, although they're having the time of their lives, they get incredibly bored over there. And then they decide to start screwing with us, right? In the Shadow. So if you pay attention to if you put your ear to the ground, that's what I like to call it. I'm like a watcher. So if you put your ear to the ground, you'll get bits and pieces of what they're thinking. So what they do is a large guild in the dregs will have a conversation that they want to come in. They don't want Moon to win this time. They want Earth to win this time. So how do we make that happen? So then they put together a plan and they assist you. Now, that's not to take away from what you guys did. I swear to God. Yeah, I'm just telling you what's going on in the background. So these guys do that. And then, so a guild decides to participate with Earth to help them because they have knowledge, resources, time, whatever. And they know how to get shit done because they play dregs, right? So they come in, they assist. And even if it's just a little bit, it doesn't matter. It's the perception. Okay, so now we know Guild X helped Earth in the Shadow. Now other guilds see that, rivals, right? And they're like, well, we can't have that. Well, we don't want Moon to win again. Moon's won too many times. We want Sun to crush Earth. So that was the plan. Now, I don't know exactly what happened to that plan, but if you've noticed, there's been a serious uptick in Sun activity. These assisted things are both Moon guilds that have changed factions to manipulate the outcome of Shadow. This is one of the things that's irritating to me. I don't like that the Dregs guys can do that. And one of the biggest things that allows them to do that is keeps. And keeps for small guilds like ours, it's like, it's very hard to maintain a keep as a small guild. And it's very hard. And after these guys come in and assist, give you a leg up, they go away, right? They don't stay. They're not getting their 200 points or whatever. They just come in, cause a bunch of havoc, and then they go away and they just sit back. And then you see the little chats are like, hee, Moon's not going to win. Hee, we got him, boys. And then you see the Sun guys in different areas going, we're going to get those guys. We don't like those guys. It's crazy. So that's all it is. I mean, it's just about perception. Really, you guys did a bang up job. And I wanted to thank you anyways, Zowie, because you have I know you've recruited a number of people into the game, and that is very commendable. I mean, that's what I want. I want more people to play. I'm not crazy enough like you to go out and show me in the Shadow. I already get killed enough as it is. I don't need to help them. But I don't need that kind of assistance, right? So anyway, yeah, thank you for what you're doing, and you and Azerlin and you guys, all what you guys are doing for the game itself is hugely commendable. And no matter how much we fight in the Shadow, I'm never gonna lose respect for you guys doing that. And congratulations on winning I'm pretty sure you're gonna win. I don't think there's not enough time for anybody to come and take you guys out completely. So let's see. Wow, they really went off the rails. But this game was originally just to be like, I don't know. I mean, they did have the Hunger Dome, but I don't remember that. It always, I mean, EKs and stuff came around fairly early. Now, they originally wanted, the focus was combat though, so they worked on the combat first. So like that's all there was in the game originally. And that's where we got Hunger Dome and all that, because they needed to test the combat. What they were really testing though is large scale combat. Okay. Once they put in the EKs and the world and all that stuff, then that all changed. Skypoint should actually be more of a hub of a world, like a place where people can go and hang out and show off their fancy mounts and their new hairdos and all that shit. Skypoint's not currently used that way, but I'm trying to get them to remember that that's what they originally were. That's what we were talking about. You know, that's what we wanted. We wanted kind of in my mind, I use Ultima Online as mostly the basis, because God's Reach should actually be like Britannia was in UO. There's a place where people can go and hang out and flex their little muscles and talk smack to each other and all that stuff. The community hub, right? So that's what I think that God's Reach should be. Well, yeah, no, I mean, I'm not downplaying it. I'm just telling you the perception of what people think, not that it takes away from anything from you. I mean, if you think that's maybe you're nervous about it or worried about it. I wouldn't worry about it, because you guys know you did it, right? And I know you did it. But the problem is not you. It's in the bigger universe. It's the perception universe, which is bigger than all of us. So no matter what we do in the game or what we do, our enemies are always going to downplay what we did. And this is what I think I was telling you this on your stream the other day. I said the winner of a campaign is actually decided by who makes the best story. So I don't care if there's a leaderboard, and I don't care if you killed me on camera. I'm still going to say I won. And that's the way PvP works. That's just normal. You don't have to conform to the scoreboard. You don't have to conform to anything, right? And people know that. So when they see like, oh my God, this group did, so they're automatically going to assume that group did it. It doesn't matter that they didn't. Not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just explaining to you what the perception is. I don't believe any of that. I know what happened. I was there. So yeah, it's all good with me. I think you should, actually, if you've noticed the patch notes, if any of you guys have access to the test server, go on the test server. The full patch notes are up. And it actually says in there that that you're going to be locked to the faction that you started with in the shadow. And it said non-dreg. So they mean the shadow, right? So when you go in, you have to stay in that faction that you started at. You're not going to be able to do this switching shit all the time, which they didn't mention in the patch notes though, about whether or not we're going to have the 30 hours, whether or not we're going to have an indicator to determine whether we got our 30 hours or any of that other stuff. So I'm almost thinking they're going to try it without any limitations, but they're going to just stop you guys from, well, not you guys. You know what I mean? They're going to stop the people that do this tactic where they keep switching factions and messing everything up. I think that's the thing. But to get the rewards, currently only thing they have listed is that you have to join 5 days before the end. So I'm not sure where that's at exactly. I mean, we'll find out on Monday. I think if they didn't release the patch today, they must be wanting to do it on Monday. I'm thinking, because they might do it on Monday and then get it running and then have it ready to go for the new season of Shadow and Dregs, which are running back to back as usual. So 5 days plus 30 hours. Okay. So now I didn't see in the patch notes, we need an indicator. I don't care if it's a green light, a slash command or something where you can see how many hours you've done. Because, if you play the shadows a lot and you don't pay attention to that, you're going to be really pissed if you get to the end and you were like at 29.9 hours, right? So they need to have some sort of an indicator, whether it's a little green light somewhere on your thing or whatever, or a timer or whatever. It just needs to be there. Okay. It doesn't have to be a physical number, but it just has to indicate, yep, you got it. Ding, green light. You're good to go. Now you can go do something else. If that's the way you play the shadow, you should be allowed to do that. So let's move around a second. We haven't moved around in a while. You guys are probably getting tired of looking at the same part of my castle. I need new content. Hold on, let me get you guys some new content here. We'll get you going. I'm staying on the EK. See, when I don't, well, I may go out there, but it wouldn't be for very long because the motherfuckers will try to kill me like immediately. They love killing me. I'm pretty sure that Cronin and them can build a ridiculously high shrine like that tall of my skulls by now because I've gotten killed so many damn times. But yeah, here's Alara. She's Moon. Obviously, she's the cat lady, and I am a cat daddy, so I love Alara. She's got the kitty cat, and we pet her, and we do all kinds of... Well, we pet the kitty cat, not Alara, because she doesn't like that. She's a god, Got to have a little respect. You know what I'm saying. But, yeah, so we got... Also, I'll show you guys some more. Since we're out here, might as well... There's Kronos over there, and there's the Mountain Citadel behind it. That's Death by Nacho's castle, in case you want to go over there and drop a little turd on his front door. That's the place to do it. It's not locked in, but it does have a gate. Well, it's not, the wall's not finished on this one, so you can get around the wall, but yeah, so here's Kronos. He's another moon god. Then you got the Mountain Citadel. He's also got a keep over there. You can see the keep. I'm pointing at the screen, but you guys know what I mean. It's over there, over yonder. He's got the gated, fenced area. He also has a ballista. Yeah, he has a ballista up there. So he will come occasionally and try to shoot me as I'm running across the EK doing chores. Great guy. Love him to death. Yeah, that's how it is. So let's see. Okay, so here's a concern I have with... Get off my lawn. Yeah, thanks, Natch. Yeah, so yeah, I'm thinking Monday on the 7.5 release is what I'm thinking as. So here's the center. This is Archon. Obviously, when you start playing the game, you don't really know what the significance of this guy is, but he's basically at every respawn post, right? So he's the respawn guy. That's what I call him now. I don't know all the lore involved with him, but basically, anytime you die, you go visit Archon. And plus, they have this other little statue of him all over the place. You'll notice I also have another little mini Kronos for the Kronos circumvention right here. So the guildies that can't afford the 2,500 crowns for the statue, personal statue, can use that one. And I'm also going to put one over in the other place. There's the, that's a large statue back there. You can see Malachi with his little hand up in the air there waving at us. It's like, hey guys, I'm over here. Come over here. And he's also there to indicate that this is where we just now opened up vendors in the DV Trade EK. It's called Majors, Minors, and Tools and Gear. We have a few things, nothing major here, mostly for probably for lower level people, which is what I try to promote is lower level participation. So we've got out here, we've got, and I was going to talk about a concern and then I got sidetracked. Well, speaking of the concern, it also has something to do with, so like this one has, we just sell stuff real cheap, blue armor, stuff like that, blue gear. Sometimes people just need that stuff. And, we've got two, wait a minute. I'm going to end up screwing this up. Let me turn off the wireframe. We've got two vendors with the blue gear. And then we have a vendor with my majors. And this one's got all the majors. And I'll tell you something my guild does that no other guild does. We sort these alphabetically. Just FYI. So if you're looking for a one, you want the stalwart, it's down in the S's. You want the A's, you go up to the A's. Abominable Snowman. And we sell them relatively cheap. I've seen them on sale for way more than what we're charging. So that's a thing. And then over here, I've got my miners. I've actually put them all together. I figured the first run, I was going to, this is an extra special deal. You know how much these cost to make with your soul shards? Well, I've got them pre-made, and I'm not charging that much for them. So all the soul shards on all these ones at the top are included with the price of the actual major or minor. So there you go. You're welcome. And then the last vendor here, this is Dino's vendor. Oh, sorry. I mean, that's this other guy's vendor. He's got also the same thing at the top. He's got some very specific majors, and he's also got really nice tools for crafters. So Zawi, if Az is busy one day and he can't make you a tool, Dino's got what you need, and they're cheap, $1,000. And then of course there's some whatever the hell these things are. Oh, for Harvard, this particular vendor's owner is a crafter. So if you look on our map too, we actually have, we'll zoom in a little. We actually have 4 sections for vendors. Right now, the only one that's open is this one. And then we've got the one on the southwest and the one on the southeast. And then we've got one in the north. We got 2 in the north, but those are like the last 2 that I may ever open. If we ever get that busy, then yeah, we'll worry about it. But right now we just do the ones down here. So I've marked them. They're very close to the center, so you can find them easily. And then I also put a torch down. Like I said, also Malachi's behind there, so you can see them. So there it is. That's the DV Trade EK. And yeah, so that's a lot of fun there. The concern I have with the upcoming patch 7.5 is they're going to change in Sky Point. Tainted Hills is where most people get disciplines and soul shards, right? Well, a lot of people. I don't want to say most. I just want to say there's a good number of people that like to go there. It's also a great place for, currently the big boys, when they get bored in their super fun dregs area, they come down and they torture the newbies or people that are farming. So that is a thing. But what they're going to do is they're going to change the disciplines so that the disciplines that you get will no longer be green. So you won't see these colored disciplines anymore, the green ones. What they're going to do is they're going to change them to commons, okay? Now, not a horribly terrible thing, but the problem is if they're common, you can't combine them into a green, right? That's one problem. That actually, if you could combine commons into a green, that'd be great, but that also affects the vendors in the EKs. Or I'm sorry, not in the UK. The vendors in the temples also sell commons, which they could easily get around that by saying you can't combine a paid for at all, but you can combine dropped commons to get a green. Or you could have them to where they can make something that's still a common. So you take 3 commons, you make a common, it makes it a little bit better of a common. You could do something like that because Sky Point and all that is, basically the newbie zone, right? It's the training area where you learn how to do combat and things like that. And you learn how to mine, you learn how to skin, you learn how to do all this stuff. And you build your vessels and you're able to level them up with these disciplines. Now, if they take that away and they make the commons to where they're worthless, the only thing you're going to be able to do with them is throw them on the ground. And you guys know, I am not a fan of needing to, if I'm going to go out and farm, say we get the soul shards are still going to be blue, right? So people may still farm for that reason, but I'm pretty sure, and I know my guys especially, I'm pretty sure most people want those disciplines because they're easy to obtain. Now, if you could get white ones and make them into greens, that would still be acceptable. It would be a pain in the butt, right, for us, but that's okay. But they'd still be useful. If you make them non-useful and we have to throw them on the ground all the time, that's just annoying. That is a barrier to entry because people aren't going to understand that. You can't sell them. You can't mash them together. You can't do anything with them. Why are they even dropping is what I want to know. And if they're not going to drop, how are people going to learn how to create disciplines? So I think that unless they make, now I've already posted a forum post about this, but unless they make some changes to allow players to make them useful, I think that particular area in Sky Point will be worthless. It will no longer yield any kind of PvP interaction or farming interaction at all. It's just going to be worthless. So I'm hoping they'll do that. Now, I don't know if they had time to, or if they even realized this was going to be a thing or whatever. But anytime you got people having to throw shit on the ground and delete it instead of just making it useful is stupid. Or you can't sell it. You can't do anything with it. It's useless. You should not have that. I have a problem with that in this area too. Watch. I'm going to log out. I'm going to complain about something. I complained about this on Rufio's stream yesterday. And the response I got was rather unsettling, if I'm honest. Okay. Now, and I'll be honest, I don't know why this has been the game to begin with, but I'll tell you right now. Now, I've got a fully loaded knight, right? Got weapons, got armor, the whole nine, right? So I'm going to go ahead and world select. I'm going to go up to the God's Reach, right? And I'm going to coming in hot, right? So, and this happens if you do any EK anywhere. You go out, you come back, and then when you come to your God's Reach or Shadow or whatever, it's usually God's Reach because you can't really go there from the Shadow. Look in your pack. Look at this. A longsword and a shield. Gee, I've already got those. Why is that okay? People are like, well, it's annoying, but new people. Blah, blah. I said, this character's vesseled, has a vessel. It obviously has a nice purple sword. It has a nice purple shield. What the hell are these for? Can't sell them. Well, you can sell them for $1 or whatever. But the best thing to do with them is throw them on the ground. Now, if you have to do this for every discipline you pick up in Sky Point, you're not going to be happy. But everybody's like, well, it's just annoying, but blah, blah. I'm like, no, there's no but. It's annoying, and they should take it out, please. Thank you for taking that out. That's the most dumbest thing I ever heard. I don't look, these developers, I love them dearly, but they know better. They've been doing this shit for 30, 40 years. I'm not down with that whole idea. There's death by nachos. Here's the universal don't attack me sign. Okay. Did you guys know about this? If you see Rufio, or I don't know if it'll work on trees, RP, or probably not on the other one. What's the other one's name? The big giant one? Yeah, it may not work on all PvPers, but if you just jump, sometimes you can get them to not kill you. It's not easy, though, and it's not always going to work, so it's not a guarantee. So anyway, so here's, we're in God's Reach. So that's that. I mean, I sell green discs all the time. Yeah, me too, and it's going to affect my business. I mean, obviously, I can go to the Shadow and get them, but it was pretty convenient. Maybe a little too convenient, but if they're going to downgrade them to white, they should at least make them somewhat useful. At least let people put them together and then make them sellable or something, where you can't wear them, but you can sell them. But personally, I think you should be able to wear them. I think you should be able to make them into greens and then make the greens into blues and the blues into purples and the purples into oranges and boom, boom. But it's not my call, but I'm just telling you, you're going to get pushback. They're going to get pushback if they make these things worthless, and they're going to get pushback from new players quitting because they don't understand why they have to throw all the shit out of their pack all the time. It's just dumb. Okay, it's just dumb. And these guys know better. These devs know better. There's no excuses right now why they can't do better. They've got money. They've got more teams stuff. If they had to hold off on the whole green discipline thing another month to wait until the team's up to speed, that'd have been okay. But that's not what they did. They decided they're going to fix it right now, hell or high water, And if it inconveniences the player, so what? Well, I'm not down with that. You shouldn't be either. Yes, I understand, Highlander. That is how they intended. We're trying to get rid of their stigma. Like, if it's not annoying, we're not doing it right. That's the stigma they currently have. We want them to move past that. We need them to expand their horizons a little bit and make less things annoying to the point where you want to quit the game. Annoying, you know what I'm saying? And for guys like us tough. Yeah, yeah, right. But at least they could still do it as. But anyway, yeah, we want them to get past that stigma. We want them to make, people come in and they go, holy cow, I had the best time in Sky Point today. Yeah, currently we can't get that. But we want it to be there. I'm going to continue working to do it. And yes, if you make the commons into a green and it costs a whole bunch, yeah, it's not going to be attractive to us older veteran players, but the newbies can at least learn. You know what I'm saying? And eventually they'll learn that the green ones are so much cheaper and easier to do and all that. That's the kind of fixes we need, that's what I'm want. Yeah, just gold farming. And eventually what they're going to do is they're going to nerf that too. They've already, and I don't care what nobody says, I swear to God they nerfed that area already. The spawn there is so ridiculously slow that if you have even a solo, you're still waiting around for a spawn during hot zone times. So it's definitely slowed way down. And because when we first started going out there, I was going out there with Highlander, and we were going out there and we were just raking in the cash. I mean, we were coming home with 60, 70,000, gold from the shards themselves. And now we're lucky if we get 20. And if you go out with more than two people, you ain't getting nothing. So yeah, so they definitely hit that thing with the band hammer, with the slow down hammer, whatever you call it. So they did that. So we already talked about the shadow, and like I said, I don't want Zawi or Az or anything to feel anything disparaging. You guys did a wonderful job. I thank you. We already talked about a lot of that, so I'm not going to rehash that, but basically it's the perception is what the problem is. It's not, you're not going to get praise from the other guilds. Any game that's PvP centric, they're not going to take the loss lightly, right? They're not going to do it. They're just not going to do it. They're going to lie if they have to, just to make themselves look better, because there's a lot of what I call clout chasers in this game, where they want the clout for knowing this person or killing that person or whatever. That's the whole reason why we can get heads. You know that, right? It's for clout. Because in UO, and this is something I wish they had in Crowfall, in UO, when we had merchants, sometimes we would just have merchants with just skulls on it, so that people would come by and they could see all the people that we killed. And that was kind of a warning and a message to that person, like, don't mess with us. They should have that in Crowfall too. They do have the skulls, and you can take pictures of them and put the pictures on the internet, but you can't have a vendor. You go to a vendor's or an EK and there's vendors there, and yeah. Oh, look at that. There's this guy's skull. There's Tree's RP skull. Bet you not many people have one of them bad boys. At least not in the Sky Point where he likes to hang out for whatever reason. And and tonight, guys, sometime tonight, Saturday night, January 22nd, at the Nothing Personal EK, which is not affiliated with Battle Vortex or DV Trade or any of that. This event will run from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time. So whatever time zone that is for you, look it up on Google. Say, what time is 7 p.m. Eastern in whatever time zone you're in, and the little Googles will tell you. And then you can, so there's going to be a short break between 8:45 and 9:15. And then he just says, feel free to join us, community comms. So if you're on the Crowfall Discord, You can, there's a comm channel in there called Caw. There's several of them. There's like 8 of them, but there's a Caw 1 channel. So if you want to actually interact with those guys and talk to them, you can get into that Caw channel and chat, basically. Nothing wrong with that. That's right. So, yeah, so there you go. And so we've got, I'll go ahead and head back to the UK. I got some more changes and updates that I can go over. And yeah, I'm not doing a long stream today. I don't think that I have drops on or anything like that. I don't really care, but if I do, congratulations on your drop. And if not, sorry. Not sorry. And sorry, I need to go world select. I'm getting confused. Oh, let's go to the shadow real quick, because I gotta do some caw on my own. Watch this. This is great stuff. We're gonna enter the campaign. Oh, wait a minute. Not this character. Come on. What the hell am I doing? Come on. I gotta go back. Gotta pick a different character. Let's try to find one that's in the campaign. That'd be great. This one. Nope, this one. All right, so this one, that's enter. My little Vindy that gets beat up all the time, but still love her dearly. She's a great outpost farmer. That's all I can tell you. So this world's about ready to die in a couple days here on Sunday night, tomorrow night, and it will be dead. And then we will take our fat loots and go home. So we're going to just go on the leaderboard real quick. And so some of the things that me and my guild don't understand yet, I don't understand this divine favor thing that much. I understand that there's quests to do and stuff, but it's not really a thing for us. Like, we can't really, we've got so much else going on that we just don't even want to be bothered with these, but they're there. You can do them if you want. I'm pretty sure Earth knows all about them because they are winning in every category. So I'm assuming that hard work is always talking about. So right there in black and white for you. PvPers don't care about your facts. That's the problem. So yeah, so as you can see, I'm at 466 of whatever. I got 2 kills, baby, 2. And I worked really hard to get those. I think they just stood still or they were facing the other way or something. And then of course 16 deaths and 16 assists. So pretty much every time I died, I think my guildies or affiliates killed whoever was trying to kill me. And so I appreciate those people. I'm going to get you in death. Let's see where Highlander's at. Oh, I'm only 2 behind you. All I got to do is go outside right now. I can stand there and here, let's look at the moon guys or the earth guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, this guy, Jerver, has killed me. I bet you most of those are me. Cronin, he's another one. Follows me all over, figures out where I'm at, comes and kills me all the time. Van Drunen's killed me. A Fat Talker's killed me. These are just the ones I remember. Okay? There's others. There's been others. But you can kind of see. Here's something I'll show you too. When I talk about, the real shadow players that people always say, well, who's the real? What do you mean by that? I'm like, look, if you don't know how to read the leaderboard, I'm not going to sit here and hold your hand, okay? You can read the leaderboard. This is a real shadow player, okay? 1,000. 796, real shadow player. 664, real shadow player. 416, real shadow player, although he's from the dregs. He did grind his little ass off. Van Drunen, metal coconut. Fat Talker, no reply. Now we're getting in, when we start getting into the 200s, especially right here, these are the guys that are coming in just trying to get the points. Okay? If they're right in the 200s. Below that, they probably just got bored. Okay? Or just don't care. Or they came in and did a couple keeps or whatever, and then they were out. Right? So, and this is all just speculation, but I'm just saying, this is how. Yeah, I know it's not. But, the problem that they had was that they didn't tell everybody. They told some people, like 3, I think, that they weren't doing the point-based thing anymore. But herein lies the problem. Everybody still thinks it is. So that's why you're seeing 204s and 206s. Because they still think it is, because they didn't get the memo. That was the biggest problem with this whole shadow campaign, is that they added the 30-hour time restriction, but you have zero way to know whether or not you've been in here for 30 hours. None. They didn't even give us a slash command. They didn't give us a kiss my ass or nothing. There's nothing, which is why which is why I did a forum post about it, and it's in the general forum on Crowfall's website if you'd like to read it. I do a lot of posting, guys. I'm very much into this game. I love this game. I really want to see it be better. So there you go. When I say real players, now you can also see, okay, even if you count like Azerlin, which he doesn't count anyway, but Azerlin's good. But you know what I'm saying? But let's just go even that. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that is the entirety of the Earth force, pretty much, in the shadow. Okay, it may not include everybody. It may not, but it's pretty darn close. I'm guaranteeing you that. Moon, same thing. Curie, no doubt. She's a little workhorse. Cardinal Fear, obviously, he's an outpost whore. 227 captures, 466. He's done 2 forts. Okay. So then you got Wristwolf, obviously another outpost whore. So you can see all these things. Well, no, he's not an outpost whore because he doesn't. That's not exactly. Is that 6 and 6 is 12? Yeah. So he's not totally an outpost whore. Highlander, probably an outpost. No, he's done some. I think he did a couple forts with me too. Callie did a couple forts with me. Fa is doing mostly outposts at this point, I think. But again, if you see low captures and high points, that's because it's 2 points for an outpost. So anybody that's got exactly twice as many points as they do captures, then they're outpost whores. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm an outpost whore. Trust me. Okay? So never take anything I say, literally to you, because I don't mean it that way. I'm just saying. I just say things real. Like, that's what it is. You're an outpost whore. Okay? Zawi was an outpost whore, but now she's a keep whore. Just kidding. Just kidding, Zawi. Don't at me, bro. I'm just kidding. All right. So, yeah. All right. So look, and here you see some of these. I can't remember these. Now, these are the guys we hang out with right here. These guys. And we only see each other every once in a while. But these guys with the blue shield and the white thingy on there, the white cross, those are the guys we hang out with. So the other night when we were capturing forts, we were with these guys right here. And then there was a couple other ones, but mostly it was these guys. So, and Death by Nachos was there as well. But there may have been a couple more. And what I'm saying is I didn't take a head count. I don't really care. We were only there to learn because my guild, we didn't understand the whole fort thing, because like we did some defenses, and when we did the defenses, we didn't get any points. So we were like discouraged, like, why do we want to even? We're still learning it. We're just now learning how to do forts. And keeps, don't even talk to us about keeps. We don't even care about keeps. We don't want to know about keeps. You guys can keep the freaking keeps. We don't care about them. The only one that cares about them is right here at the very top. She's the one that captures them all. She's badass, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. No offense to you, Zawi. You're badass too, but she does keeps on all by herself. She don't even care. She does it, and I'm just like, alrighty. That's why I can't ever catch her score. I couldn't catch a keep to catch my soul. But yeah, so there's that. Now Sun. Now I don't have as much data on Sun because Sun just kind of came out of nowhere. But apparently King Ding Dong here, he is an outpost whore. See? 229 and 458. That is an outpost whore. 100% outpost whore. And he's not even messing around. He's got a lot of captures. That guy he's whoring it up. So, you know what I'm saying? This is how you read these things. This is how I read these things. But I'm pretty sure that mostly they're accurate. What I'm saying is mostly accurate. May not be perfect, but when you're trying to do war, you got to kind of get the whole view of the whole what's going on around here, And when you look at these other things, like if you look in here, if you see a large contingent of guilds that you never see, okay, that's Tyrant. That's funny. He's actually an outpost whore too, isn't he? Which is the executive producer on the game. That's Gordon Walton right there. Um, so you can see a lot from this. So what you'll see is, and probably you can see it on Earth as well, but you'll see like all of a sudden there'll be a whole bunch of shields from one guild come in, and they won't have high points. But you see some of these down towards the bottom. You'll start seeing them like this. Whatever. These are non-gilded people, so they're solo players playing, which is good. I like that. I'm pretty sure that's just a regular. Yeah, that's just a regular sun shield. So they're not gilded. You see there's a couple conflict guys. Some of them I know they're guilds. Some of them I don't. Most of them I don't. I don't get into all the politics. But look at all these oh my God, there's a ton of non-gilded people playing solo on this side. So what that tells me is it's likely that when people are starting the game, they're getting thrust into sun. Is that true? They get thrust into sun. I squished my pinky nail between two weight plates and I'm dying. Oh, Zowie, I'm sorry. That's terrible. Well, you shouldn't be playing around with that shit anyway. All right. You shouldn't be. Not while you're streaming. I'm always worried you're going to do some deadlifts and if I was doing deadlifts on the stream, I would definitely drop something on my foot or something and be like, have to stop the whole stream. But is Kitty here? No, Kitty's not here yet. Kitty is disconcerted. So what happened with the kitty today is that when my groceries got delivered, she doesn't like if she hears anybody knock on the door, that like flips her out, and she goes into her room with the queen size bed in it, and she goes and hides in there. So that's where she's at. Yeah, God, we hope you don't lose a nail. That would be horrible. Oh, but anyway, that's what you kind of look for when you're looking at this stuff, just to kind of get an idea what is going on. There's a ton. So what I'm thinking is, my thinking on this would be a lot of new players that come in and tried the game, and then they jumped into the shadow and obviously didn't engage with it because there's no instruction manual. So unless somebody tells you how to do it, which is why I want them to put the training for every single, campaign mode. I want them to make a zone in each campaign mode that's specifically for teaching people. So like in Skypoint, you can have that zone do all that. Just all you want to teach people when they're new is how to fight, how to gather, and how to skin and stuff like that. And that's it. You want them to, and if you can get them to fight people too, that's a bonus. But I would just say, show them how to farm, show them how to make gold. That's it. And then when they're ready to go to the campaigns, you put in a little zone in there and you shove them in there and you give them the option with a portal or whatever. Do you want to do the tutorial? And if they do, then you show in the shadow, you show them outposts and you show them forts. And then, anything else that I'm forgetting. And then when you're ready, when you're a big boy, when you got your big boy panties on, you think you can handle it, you go to the dregs and there should be a little circle. And it sticks you in there the first time, just the first time, not every single time. And then you go in there and it says, hey, you want to do the tutorial? And then it can teach you about keeps, castles, and the big boy stuff. Okay? And obviously killing in large groups. And that's what I think they should do. It would make it so much easier. It would make it so much easier for new players to engage with the content, because like right now you can see it on the sun. They're just all doing drive-bys because they're all coming in, they're looking, they died. Oh, look, here we go. This is a perfect example. They came in, they died, they left, never came back. Came in, they died, they left, never came back. Came in, died 3 times. Try hard, what the hell was he doing? Oh, he tried to kill somebody and got killed 3 times. Okay, so Tryhard's a streamer, so that's how I know him. But all these guys came in, died, left. Came in, died, left. So you can see what's happening here. People just, there's no training. And that training thing that they made in Skypoint is so horrible. It is the worst tutorial I've ever seen in any game ever. Period. There's just, for an MMO, that needs a lot more. That the MMO that's at this scale needs much more specific training and in smaller bites, because I did the tutorial, the new one that they made before they made the new Sky Point. I did it 10 times, and every single time I loathed every minute of it. Okay. And I only did that for science, because, well, for one, I had 12 character slots. And for two, I was just trying to figure out, like, what is the goal here? Because they push you through every single thing in the game real fast paced. And then you're just supposed to go out in the world. Okay, you're ready to go. Go ahead and jump on into shadows, guys. And it's like, no, who came up with this idea? Who thought that this was okay? This is not okay. This is not helping. This is why no new players will stay. They have no clue. If you ever watched the Lazy Peons review of the game, he had the same problem. He came in, was completely confused. He didn't know about dregs, didn't know about shadows, didn't care, didn't want to know. He was a new player, and that's the exact way new players are. In my opinion, Sky Point needs to be an amusement park, okay? It's a fun place to go, get killed, whatever. I want them to make an arena for the gladiators, like I call it the Crow Dome. 2 crows enter, 1 crow leaves. I want them to make something like that so that these people that want this content actually have somewhere to go besides just free roaming the peak trying to find newbies to kill. I think that's the dumbest thing ever. And I think most veteran players, a good number of veteran players, agree that you really shouldn't be beating the shit out of the newbies because then they just quit. Hence the sun log here. Once and dead, once and done, one 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 and done. Look at how many one and dones. There's a couple 2 and dones, but basically, even Mr. Most Mad, he's a streamer. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but he came in here, got killed twice, and disappeared. Hell if I know what he was up to, but he's basically a statistic now as far as the leaderboard's concerned. He's a one and done. Look at all these one and dones. There's tons of them. There's tons of them. Just they're like peppered in here, like salt and pepper steak. Are there any sun streamers? Not really. Most of the streamers are dregs, and they're mostly moon. But the only time that there's a sun streamer is if he was formerly a moon and he switched. Mostly that most of the guilds are actually moon that do streaming, but if their guild changes factions to go help somebody or whatever, then now they're that. But as far as hardcore sun people, no. Hardcore earthers, you're the only earther that is a streamer that I know of. Most of them are moon, but most of them are also dregs. So once you're in dregs, the whole moon, sun, and thing, that doesn't even matter anymore. Earth and soon and month, that doesn't even matter because you're part of an alliance, or you're a big guild. Like Death and Hacks are the 2 that I hear their names come up constantly, and they're obviously really big. Like they're so big, in fact, I've never seen them. Like they just have zero concern for anything but their bubble into dregs. Okay, so they are non-existent to me and to anybody that I know, pretty much. So, yeah, there's that. So there's, there it is, guys. That's kind of the shadow perspective that I have, and this is when I'm talking in your streams, especially you, Zai, is what I'm just trying to convey to you because I'm also a member of a lot of smaller circles, and mostly I just kind of lurk in them, and that's where I get this other information. That's how I knew that there was going to be a moon guild that defected to Earth, and that's how I knew that there's supposed to be a sun guild or a moon guild that defected to sun to whatever. I mean, I don't get all the details. I just get like the kind of the 50-foot view of it, or 50,000-foot view of it, and then I just kind of speculate from there. So sometimes I'm not right, but this is what I'm hearing. And if I'm, because I listen to the scuttlebutt, and I listen to what's going on, and I listen to other players. When I play with other guilds and stuff, some of those guilds are, their main guild is in the dregs or whatever. So I get dreg scuttlebutt, or I get whatever, I get little bits and pieces, and then I just kind of formulate all that in my head and go, oh man, this really sucks. I didn't mean to exit. Hold on just a second. Gotta get back into the game. I accidentally quit. That's not good. There's a nice, that's my nice, beautiful desktop. Hopefully there's no porn on there. Where's my thingy? Oh, there it is. Okay. Hang on with me just for a second. I have to do my password again. I done screwed up. Did you guys want to go over? Is anybody interested in going over the test center, the patch notes? You guys want to kind of look through that, or no? Would that be interesting to anybody? Because I can do that right now since I got myself out of the game. Okay, well, Extreme likes it. All right. Well, that's all I need is just one to say yes. That's it. That's all I care about. Hold on, I just got to launch it. I accidentally launched it today once already, so let's launch it again. And I'll be right with you guys as soon as I get the password in here and all that fun stuff. And now you know how long my password is. Because my keyboard ain't no joke. All right, so let me get my little authentication. 69, 69, 69. That's pretty cool. And if you believe that, I've got some land for you. Okay, here we go. Let me turn off my screen sniper thing here. Snipe off. There we go. All right, so let me scoot this over just a smidge. Release notes. This is on the test center. 7.5.00.00.00. Build 750. Okay, so here we go. Can I make this bigger or no? No. None of that. None of that window adjustment. Okay, sorry guys. We're just going to have to deal with it this way. All right, so come on, get out of there. Campaign. Fix an issue with fort wall health, which made walls appear to regenerate. This was a big deal. I remember Kiri Mara telling us about that. She kept telling us not to hit the walls with any specials because it appears that they regenerate if you do that, but I think that was just a visual glitch. So the UI, they did free-for-all loot is now available during a loot roll. If all free-for-all loot has been looted during the roll, the interact pop-up will say that the loot is being rolled and the loot will be added to the corpse if every group member passes on it. Okay, that sounds great. I don't know what the hell that means, but it's probably important. Fix an issue. I would just like it that if the group leader is the only one that can set the group loot, then the other ones, it should be a little bit more clear that only the group leader can set the group loot because right now, like everybody tries to set the group loot individually and it's all goofy. So that's just my 2 cents there. Fix an issue where the campaign first join time on the scenario rewards page wasn't set to the player's local time. Big issue. Not. I don't care about that. All right. General. Custom channel names are filtered for profanity. So you can't put big dick damage on your chat anymore. Where to find fear. They shouldn't be allowed to put that either. While they've got the GPS system on the guards. Loading large guilds in the social window should not cause unresponsive program warnings. And Dino, this is the part where I'm probably going to make you laugh, so you better be careful. Loading large guilds. Okay, I don't have that problem because I don't have a large guild. After a player changes their faction at the kiosk, the rune gates at the temple will not let you proceed through them. Players have to use the recall to leave the temple. I've never ran into that, but okay. Campaign. Now, when a player in a guild first joins a non-dregs campaign, which is Shadow, currently, there are other campaigns that they will probably add back someday. The guild's faction, Earth, Sun, or Moon, is set to the faction of the guild's patron deity for the remainder of the campaign. Beautiful. Can't even complain about this. If the guild changes their patron deity, they will retain their current faction selection, but their faction will be updated in any new campaigns they join. Players not in a guild are unaffected by this change. Well, obviously, the new players are coming in. They're doing one and done. So we need to work on that too. Custom characters, I'm sorry, NPE changes. Custom characters will now have access to the vessel side quest. Okay, thank you. Crafting animal blood and animal bone will now always drop as common. I don't craft, so I don't know what that means exactly, other than I have different kinds of blood that's different qualities, but I don't know why. I just use them all the same way. For upgrading, if you need the parts to upgrade the parts to upgrade your knowledges to disciplines, majors. Okay, so champion updated the description for second wind to explain that it recovers health every 2 seconds over 10 seconds, while active when you avoid taking damage for at least 4 seconds. Jesus, man. Okay, all right, that's important, guys. Do you write that down? Can everybody write that down? That's important. Whatever they just said, that's got to be important. Disciplines corrected a few typographical errors in discipline abilities descriptions. Okay, like anybody ever looked at that? All right, general player vendor gold per tick adjusted from 5 gold to 4 gold. I'm not sure what that means. One of you smart people have to tell me about that. Clear as mud. Yeah, thank you. The critical damage cap has been reduced to 175, and the critical damage cap max is 200. Now, I don't really know what that means because I don't cap anything. I have 5 critical damage or something. But I know Rufio and them were kind of hemming and hawing about it. So maybe it's important to you. Doesn't really make a difference to me. Campaign increasing the number of grave spawns in wildlands by an average of 2 per zone. Beautiful. I love that because more graveyards is better. Right now, one of the biggest problems they're going to run into over and over and over is the number of new players influx come in. They want, and when they figure it out finally in a month or two, they're going to want these vessels. And unfortunately, the number of people that can currently make those vessels is very limited. And the ones that will actually sell them to the public is even more limited. So you get my meaning. So we need to be able to have more people creating vessels. So we need more graveyards to facilitate. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You get it? I hope you get it because it's clear as mud to me too. Okay, the rewards window will now show whether the player has played enough of the current campaign to make them. Okay, good. The rewards window. Okay, this was the thing I was just complaining about, right? So now the rewards window will show you whether or not you got the little green. Like I said, it's either going to be a green light or something. They're going to show you in there that you are eligible. Beautiful. Okay, that's perfect. This is what I like to see. Progress. Powers in general. Corrected an issue preventing block abilities from protecting against the pull effect in Night Chain Pool. Beautiful. You don't know how many times I've tried to block with my Vindy and they're still pulling me with the chain through the wall. Ask his Awesome Sauce for more details on that. All right. Not that that's a bad thing. It was legal. Don't be offended. Corrected an issue that prevented certain group buffs from affecting all group members within range. Well, that's bonus for us, right? If you have group buffs. Added missing percent symbol to Vulcan's Days buff description. Okay. You better make sure you got that damn percent symbol in there. That's important. No, it's actually, I love polish, so it's great. Knight. That's the character I was just on. Fixed an issue that caused the Skull Crusher buff to apply incorrectly. Okay. I don't even know what that buff is. That sounds pretty intense. That's probably one they use on Zowie all the time. Updated swordsmanship description to clarify that Mighty Surge increases the damage caused by knight melee attacks. Okay. General. Fix the typo in the Templar's Paladin promotion. All 3 people that play Paladin, you got to fix. All right. Eternal Kingdom. When a building is ejected while the owner of the building is in the EK, they will now receive a chat message that their building was mailed to their account vault. Beautiful. Can't be mad about that. NPE fixed the level of NPCs in Sky Point. Okay. Oh, that's because okay, so the NPCs they're also gonna do the AI that which may be what they're calling NPCs. They're going to make them all 30 or lower, so you can't farm to 31 out there anymore, which I kind of think sucks, but whatever. Chat. Chat command is now a floating window and can be repositioned by dragging. Oh, that's good. That's good. Always anything to do with the UI moving it around, that's always good. Chat settings and chat command buttons now open their window or focuses it if already open. Okay. Focuses it if already open. Okay. Sounds good. UI. Karn UI. Karen? Is that Karen? Karen UI properly clears if open when using the loot all interaction. I wonder if that's kind of what I remember one of my guildies telling me they forgot to hit OK on a sale and then they accidentally sold it back. I wonder if that's that. I don't know. And then, okay, so powers, duelist. Keen Guard, stamina, heal buff icon now matches the Keen Guard icon. Okay. Knight, the Skull Crusher buff. The Skull Crusher buff granted by Macemanship now displays the correct stat increase for the movement speed in combat stat. That was a mouthful. I don't even know what I just said, but it sounded very important. Templar. Okay, now this one's the one I don't like. Reduce the overall damage of the righteous parry. Now, I've kind of gotten conflicting stories on this. I think it's when you're just holding your sword, the damage that it does, but it may actually be when, I don't know if it's when you hit the E button or not. You know, when you get the ding ding and you hit the E, I don't know if it's that or if it's just when you're holding the sword, but I think it's just the sword. We'll find out. I don't know. I guess I could test it. I haven't done that yet. Discipline Hellraiser. And whoever's dinging me in Discord, I'm not answering right now. Discipline Hellraiser. Corrected a typo in Needle and Haystack buff display that had a % sign. Okay. Holy Avenger. Vindies Unite. Changed Stuns of Warvan to be a stackable barrier. Ooh, Earth is going to feel that. Vindy power. Stacking. Just kidding. All right, General. Fix an issue causing guest map pin tooltips to show invalid coordinates. Yeah, I wish it also said in there, allowed players to do their own pin so they can see which way they're frickin' going. That would have been nice. That would have been awesome. Oh, okay. Thank you, Dave. I'll get to you shortly, okay? Campaign. Modified campaign zone rules. Wildland zones can have 12 concurrent players per faction alliance, okay? Adventure zones can have 25 concurrent players per faction alliance, okay? Siege zones can have 50 concurrent players per faction alliance. Don't know how that's going to play out yet, especially in the shadow. That may be more of a dregs thing. I don't know. Not really sure on that one. Added a warning tooltip. Oh, did I not do my stream title right? Yeah, that's okay. I'll fix it after the stream. You guys know what we're talking about. You can tell I don't stream very much. If it's still like one I did 2 months ago, yeah. Added a warning tooltip to campaign details UI when a campaign is too close to the end for the player to qualify for rewards. Changing faction. Wait, I don't care about that. Changing faction now shows the correct tooltip to reflect your respawn change to the new faction. Okay. Change several victory card tooltips to indicate that you need to sacrifice at a specified god outpost rather than your temple. That is a good one because I remember some of my guildies, it didn't matter how many times I said don't do it at the temple, they still wanted to do it at the temple. So I'm totally down with this change. Even though they won't read the tooltip and I'll still have to say it 50 times, it's nice that it's in there. Guard kill events will no longer display player names and now only display faction guild names. Okay, yeah. Like I said, that's kind of a half-ass measure. I think it should not display guard events at all. Uh, there's no reason to. There's If people don't know how to hunt and see those little fires are burning, that's their problem. You know what I mean? It's not up to the game to do GPS systems on the guards. Okay, that's just my thoughts. Reduce the amount of scaling applied to fort defenders for ranking up, with health increasing to a maximum of plus 30% and damage increasing up to 20% at max rank. Spirit, excuse me. Spirit overseers and their minions can now be affected with crowd control effects such as knockdown or stun. So that's the guys that are standing at the towers, I believe. And that's a great change because they really need to get their ass kicked better. Lowering the levels. Okay, so NPE. Lowering the levels of all hot zone enemies in Sky Point to 30 or below. Now, okay, so it's just saying hot zone enemies. So that means you're not going to be able to farm experience in those hot zones. So that means you're not going to be able to farm experience in the Tainted Hills or the Avian or the other. I don't go to that skinning one, so I can't remember the name of that one. Or isn't there another one? There's one with the elementals too. I can't remember the name of that one either. I don't ever go there either. I don't go to that one either. Dave's not here. Yes, he is. He's right there. Well, I mean, he might have did a drive-by. Yeah, it's okay. If the title's wrong, I apologize. I forgot. I don't stream very often. I forget. Crafting. Item stacks that are placed in a crafting ingredient slot can no longer be destroyed, split, or stacked. Okay. The crafting UI now displays a different background image based on the station type. Okay. New enchant accessory category. Okay. New enchant badge recipe. I'm not sure what that means, but the crafters unite. Good job, crafters. Eternal Kingdoms. Added a tooltip to the build mode toggle. So yeah, that's a new thing they put in there, that you can actually toggle the EK in and out of wireframe mode, which is great because, you know, it used to be really hard to get the game to show you the difference between picking up, moving, or actually using an item. So now you can turn that little toggle on. If you turn the wireframe off, you can actually use the chests like a normal person, which is great. And apparently they have that for vassals on any parcel in the UK. So that's great too, because, you know, vassals need to be able to wireframe as well. UI added new category tabs to the vault and bank. Okay. Oh yeah, that's down the side, so you can sort by different things just besides gold and armor and weapons, and maybe there's some good ones in there. I don't know. Quick selling should no longer leave an item being staged for sale in a locked state. Nachos knows all about that. Resetting windows will now be properly set to their default position. Okay. Fix an issue where trying to whisper to a player would fail if the command prompt already had a whisper from another player. Thank you. Powers, assassin. Oh, here we go, assassin. Oh man, I don't know, man. I might need to take a 5-minute break on this one. Woo! You can make badges now. Okay. Oh, the little things you wear on your chest. Can you make the belt things too? Can you make the belt things and the back things? Can you do those too? Because that's cool if you can do all three of them. Or is there 4? I don't know. There's at least 3. I know, right? Actually, I want you guys to just sit there and absorb this assassin stuff for a minute, because I have a lot to say, but I really super got a pee-pee. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back in just a second. Yeah. Okay, good. I hope so. I hope you can. Let me just go on a little short 2-minute break, and I'll be right back, okay? All right. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Whew. Hi, Dave. Good to see you. All right, so next. Oh boy, I'm just gonna preface this by saying, look, I play an assassin. It was like the first character I made in this game, so that I could sneak around the dregs in the shadow and try to figure out how things work. So I'm definitely a fan of the assassin character, but I'm also not a fan of certain abilities that they have, including me. Okay, so I am one of you. I am an assassin. This is not an affront to anyone that plays an assassin, because most of us do, especially if you don't know what the hell you're doing. All right, so reduce the internal cooldown for Yaga's gift to 1 second. I don't use that, so I don't even know what that is. Reduce the cooldown to blur. Here we go. We're just really getting in there. Reduce the cooldown of blur to 24 seconds and increase the duration to 12 seconds. Whew. That's a killer. Reduce the cooldown of blackjack toss, which I don't even know what that is, to 20 seconds. Updated the description of efficient poisons to indicate it stacks a maximum of 4 times. Okay. Vandal irresistible passive ability exhaustion effect has been changed. Now causes disease over time. Okay. So all those sound great. If you're an assassin, you're probably like, woohoo. So the only problem I really have with the assassin is the number of abilities that they can put on you at the same time. So what's happening, and some of these more seasoned players know that you can get slashing. Well, not slashing, but you can get bleed, you can get poison, and you can blind. Okay, basically rendering your enemy useless, right? Rendering them just completely lifeless. Because what happens is, especially in areas like the Shadow, a lot of the players there, we pretty much live on War Tribe gear. And so a cunning assassin will beef up all these 3 powers and then come and hit you with them, and your character basically will just almost just crumbles into nothing, especially if you're playing a Vindicator. Is the one I've noticed the most on. But big giant chunks of health just go foom, 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 and you're dead. And it's, as an assassin, I think that's an awesome thing. But as the victim of said assassin in many occasions, it just seems like, does everybody get all those things at the same time? I don't know. I know I get like this big swing and I can boom, I can hit people really hard and stuff, but Jesus, man, that seems just like a lot of stuff you can do all at the same time. Do we really need to poison you, bleed you, and blind you? I don't know. I'm just a little skeptical about that whole situation. So I'm not really complaining. I'm complaining, but not complaining. Okay. Cause I know I can spec my character to do the same thing, but I'm just not a big fan of it, especially when you're trying to, teach people or whatever, you're trying to get people interested in the game. And then all of a sudden this dude comes up or lady for that matter, comes up and just applies everything to you. And then you die instantly. It's hard to keep people interested when they can have that happen to them. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying about it. Right. So Alpha Warriors get hit pretty hard. Alpha's got big time jammed in the patootie, is what he said. Hello, Kitty. Kitty's here. She might come up to see me. I don't know. We'll see how she feels about it. She's currently just looking at me. So she's giving me the stink eye. So I may get interrupted yet again. She's the boss, in case you didn't know. All right, let me move on. I'm done with assassins for right now. Frostweaver. Reduce the damage caused by the Crystal Lance combo. Now, that is really strong currently. I'm not going to lie. I got jacked up by that yesterday at least once, if not twice. Reduce the damage caused by Death Shard. Okay, I don't remember how that one does. I do know the Crystal Lance combo is pretty... Yeah, I got impaled and pretty much just... That was it for me. I was done. And I think I was on my knight. Death Shard now also removes the frostbite when it hits. Death Shard also removes frostbite. Oh, okay, that's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, Knight corrected an issue with the Mighty Surge that might prevent it from activating when you perform any non-shield melee attack while also wielding a sword. Okay, sounds serious. I'm not really sure. I haven't played the Knight enough to know what that means. Come on. Sorry, I'm getting mad at this screen because you can't like make this window bigger. And every time I move my cursor over by there, it pops that thing up. Okay, Minotaur fixed an animation issue with Bull Rush where the character could be stuck in a charging state if they were off screen when the animation ended. That would just be, to me, that would be funny. I just want to see that. Has anybody got a video of that? Because I think that would be funny to see that. If anybody has a clip of that. Wow, they lowered the Archmages. Oh, okay. Well, you kind of figured that was coming, right? I mean, everybody switched the meta when they nerfed it. See that? See? Rufio's not the only one that gets the tail in the face. What's up, baby doll? Oh, you okay? Yeah, she's definitely 100% like in my mix right now. Okay. Yes, I see you. She's very interested in rubbing her face on my microphone. Sorry for the interruption. But if you look in my about section, you'll see that when she wants attention, she's going to get attention. So, all right. Oh, kitty. Did she just kill my sound or something? No. Okay. All right. She might have killed the sound on the computer or something. She always does that. I don't know how she does that. She gets things that make noises and things. All right. So, sorry. Disciplines, Bard. Dirge of Dissonance no longer incorrectly shows an increase of duration from song duration modifiers, and the description has been updated to indicate the power is not affected by song duration modifiers because increasing the duration of damage over time actually makes the effect less powerful. Holy cow. Did anybody understand that? If you did, please don't tell me what it just said because I don't even care. All right. First Wind will only heal if the player has not taken damage in the last 4 seconds, which is a reiteration of the other description of what they changed the description to previously. All right, kitty, move your butt. Go lay down. All right. Added new equipment slot, an icon for holiday event items. So guaranteed we are going to see 3,000 people with pumpkins on their heads coming very soon. Kitty, can you not move the microphone all over the place? All right, I'm trying to hold it now because she keeps rubbing her face on it. All right, adjusted a crafting station in the intact villages to not intersect with a wall. Okay, corrected the icon of Wolf's Claw, an ancient Wolf's Claw, to be a claw instead of a paw. Okay, that's a tongue twister. Fixed the new animation events played twice. Fixed a few animation events played twice. Fixed an issue where the vault could be in an overflow state that didn't match the UI and prevented losing VIP to cause this state. Okay. Fixed old items losing soulbound status. Okay. What I'd really want them to fix is give you a way to unsoulbound things that you don't want anymore and sell them. That would be amazing. Fixed a bug causing some map pin tooltip, sorry, kitty's tail was in my way, to display invalid grid coordinates and status. The Fountain of Life now displays the correct healing radius and FX. Updated the Fountain of Life description to be a little bit more clear that it should heal each time an ally enters the fountain area, and explain how healed allies may splash chain healing outside of the fountain radius to other nearby allies within 10 meters. Whew. Pumpkin heads. You don't have a pumpkin head, Zowie? You should have a pumpkin head. You see them all the time. The streamers wear them all the time. That's their little... Rufio wears one. Scorpio wears one. They just wear them for the shiz and the giggles. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that one's so long I can't find the next one. Stronghold building teardown warnings show the correct name of the building being torn down. Okay, that's a dregs thing to me. Standing Crowfall banner deed item names are switched to make them more clear. Successful quick trade now takes players out of stealth. Oh, so when you drop something on somebody's name, it doesn't let you stay stealth when you're doing that. Ha hee hee, ha ha. Sorry about that. Okay, wait. Oh, son of a gun. This thing sucks. Okay, let go of my cursor, dude. Hold on. I got to find where we were. I don't know. I don't think I was at the end yet. Maybe I was. Okay, maybe I was. Okay, yeah, that was it. Okay. Sorry. I was confused. Yeah, the pumpkin heads, man. I got like 4 of them bad boys. I can show you one. You've seen them, though. I'm sure you have. All right, I'm going to close this. I'm going to go into my secret stealth mode to get my game up again. Hold on a moment, please. Where's my little sniper screeny thing? There we go. Look at that beautiful snipe screen thing. Okay, Crowfall live. Gonna load this bad boy back up. You guys interested in placement of walls in your EK? I'm an expert at that. I'll tell you that right now. Let me get need my little code. $69.69 again. Can't believe it. That is so awesome. Okay, give me an okay. Give me a load screen. Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let me snipe off. Snipe off. Snipe on. Going back into the old Fall of Crows. All pumpkin heads must die. No, they're cool, man. They're cool. He's just mad because he ain't got one. He just salty. That's all that is. All right, so we don't have the sounds up very loud. So here's I call her my EK bitch because she does all the EK stuff. Not that I'm disrespecting her. That she told me that's what she wanted me to call her. So where were we? What was I thinking? I was gonna do something. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna do. Discord. Dave's warning me that okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're not talking about Chromus, but I'll fix the title after I'll fix it for the VOD. You guys know that that's not what I'm talking about. All right, so what else? There is. All right, I don't know if this is working or not, but if any guildies, please no talking about other streamers or making a general nuisance of yourself. But if you want to come in, you're welcome now. All right, so I have to tell them that, guys, because they're bad. Okay, they're bad boys. I have to tell them not to be bad whilst we're on the stream. So, what? So that's pretty much the long and short of it. If anybody's interested in wall placement, I got walls. You see how many walls I got here? I can place a wall and show you how cool it is to place a wall. Actually, I'm not even sure where I was working last. Oh, I was working on my own. There's a couple places I got to fix. Like let's go over to Nachos. Let me see what we can do. We're going to go over to Nachos real quick, see if there's anything. But there's more. So, yeah, there's more. All these buildings out here, they're all going to be vendor eventually. And I don't know if any of you have not seen the... I'll do this real quick, too. My kitty is really, really wanting attention right now. It's only 12 o'clock. It's not even time yet. She thinks it's dinner time because I'm here. And it's not dinner time. Quit. She knows what she knows. She knows she can run me. So anyway, over here in Grimoire, I used to run a player town city in Ultima Online, and it was called Grimoire. So that's where this got its name. But down in here is where we have the larger of the arenas. We've got two big giant keeps here and an arena for doing PvP events. And if you can't get in the doors, I put these little ramps up so you can get up on top. So now you can get up here. And we do have protection. So you earthers, if you try any bullshit, we'll kill you. Just so you know. We will shoot you into oblivion. Okay. But anyway, so the arena, my idea is this is the arena. And you're going to be able to, and there's actually 3, right? But this one has the most stuff in it. You could actually do up to 3 1v1s or 3v3s here easily. You could probably you could use the whole arena to do like a 5v5 or whatever. And eventually I'd like to run some events, but right now we're just not ready yet. We'll let Crowfall get a little fixed up a little better. I'd like to see the ability to inspect the combatants when they're getting ready to get into battle, because a lot of times you don't want people bringing a bunch of super high geared, super high stat weapons and armors and disciplines and all that sort of thing. So you can kind of restrict them, and you can also inspect them so they don't cheat, because it doesn't matter how much you tell them. Somebody will still try to cheat. They'll try to sneak it in. They'll go get Kronos's. They'll go put Kronos's buff on, and then they'll try to sneak on a bigger discipline or whatever advantage they can get. Not that this is a bad thing per se, but when you're trying to run an event and it's based on being fair, it's a thing, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I mean, there's castles all over the place. That's where some of my guys live, and they do their thing, whatever they do. I don't even care. I don't want to know. They don't have to tell me nothing. Every once in a while I move their castles just to irritate them, and they enjoy that a lot. Just saying. It's very much enjoyable for them when I move their stuff around. So we're going to move on down here. We're going to go back over to, what is this place? Oh, this is just the where it says coming soon. That's like vendor areas. And then I just have a few walls to kind of guide people, back to not going to the wrong way. So this wall here, for example, this is one that I'd want to place an end piece so that he can get up on the wall from the outside, because he can get inside of it, and he can get up to the top from the inside. But I'd like it if there was a ramp here to let him up. I'm not going to go all the way around. There's no point. I mean, see those rocks there? Yeah, you're not climbing those. Oh, geez, look at that. Dude's, he's throwing stuff. Did you see that? Nachos is out here. Do you see that? He's trying to get me. You guys see? You see that, right? You see my guildie try to assault me? You see him try to get me? Oh, look, he's trying really hard. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Look at that. Well, he's really going at it here. He's not even getting anywhere close to me, though. Let's see where it ends up. Maybe I can get close to where he's throwing the fireballs. It won't hurt me or nothing, but I want to see where he's actually hitting. If he throws another one, he might. He likes playing with that thing. Where's the... Okay, I don't see it. I thought I saw the arm come up, but I didn't see the fireball. Sometimes the fireballs don't seem to work. Oh, he turned. Now he's shooting over here. What the hell's he shooting at? He didn't even know where he's shooting. Where's he at? I gotta wait till he shoots it. There we go. Oh, there we go. There it is. So where's it getting to? Oh, right on the other side of this wall. Oh shit. I don't have any. I don't have any doors, man. Let me see if I can get to the other side of this, and I'll see if I can see where they're landing. Oh yeah, it's got to be over here somewhere. So we'll check it out. We'll go over here and see where If he shoots another one, we'll see where it goes now. We'll see if he can actually hit me now. I have to move for him so he can find me because he's not a very good aim. Oh my God, now he's shooting over there. God dang it. Give me my bog bear. I need my bog bear. I gotta go chase this guy down. He's shooting all over the place. He's probably just doing it to make me run back and forth. Because he would do that. Because he's not nice. Let's see. I don't see him. I'll find out where he's shooting here in a second. Anyway, oh, yeah, he's just going back and forth to be a butthead. Okay, makes sense. All right, so I'm going to go back to walls. So what I would do here is I'd find a wall, one that I like. So you can do different things with different kinds of walls. So basically we want it to come down from the window, the top window. We want it to come down. So you grab a wall and grab a wall. And as you can see, it gets a little crazy, right? So you got to pull it into a position where you can actually place it. Okay, when it's blue is good. So now we can change what the wall is. Like, see, you can put this little skinny guy in there. You could put this as an incline. There's two different inclines, and I'm not sure which is better or worse. One of them, I think this one is like from going up high to a lower elevation. So if I use this one per se, and then also I like to match, you can also change it's hard to see on this one, but you can also change how the sides look. So if you do Alt and the mouse tab, you see now it's got a cover over it, which you could have a cover if you wanted one, but he's not here to tell me he wants a cover, so I'll just do it this way. And then you can just turn it, and now it's an incline with the matching side thingy majiggers on it. And then you just kind of go, okay, so now it's a little tall, so I want it to come down. I want to go down, so I go R, and I bring it down here. Oh, it won't come down any lower, so I don't think. No, so that's as low as I can get it. So this wall will not work here, at least not for that. So I'm going to have to change what I'm doing. Let's go with this wall. I don't know how that... now we need to go up. Let's go up. Oh, there we go. We got it to place. And then boom. And now basically, if without doing anything fancy, you can actually get in here. And now you can go all the way around. But we're going to... Well, no, you can't because this is blocked. But we're not going to leave this open. We're actually going to close it off because I want to make a ramp. So I'm going to try to figure out how to make a ramp. We're going to try it again. We're going to do another one. Actually, if I wanted to, I could put... Whoa. I could put... Oh, he's trying to figure out where I'm at now. Excuse me. Sorry about that. If I wanted to, I can put a door in here. So if I wanted to, I could just go over here and be like, put a door in. I have windows and doors, so like here's a door. And these move fairly quickly. Oop. And they go in fairly easily. So see, there you go. Now I have a door. So when I put something else on here, we'll have a doorway to get in under there, to get into that. But it's not that important really, because even if you can get in here, there's no windows, and you can't put windows in here for whatever reason. I'm not sure if they just didn't finish it, which would totally not shock me if they didn't. But yeah, he's trying to get me now. He's trying to do me. You guys see that? You see how I'm being assaulted by my own guildmate? He's trying to get me. Here it comes, look. Boom. Oh, he hit the tree. Did you see that? He hit the tree, bastard. All right, so let's go back into my pack here. I still want to try to make it come down. So I'm going to try another little wall. I don't know how low I can get it to go, though. I wonder. I guess, no, this isn't going to work right because I actually want it to... I think what I might just do instead is just cap it right there. Because there's no point if I can't get it to come all the way down, which I don't think I can. I'll check one more time, but I don't think I can get it to come all the way down. Damn it. This is not fun sometimes. It really moves around when you do that. Let me see what that other. See, because there's this one too. Now this one is not as steep an incline. Okay, maybe it is. Hold on. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so. Yeah, maybe I could get. I don't think I can get it to come down to the ground though. I don't really need to have an incline, so I'm just gonna say, what is that? That looks like that's an assassin. Huh. Okay. Don't be messing around. I will get the bugbear out and crush you. I will stomp on you. There. I'm crushing my guildie right now. Kill, 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 kill. Okay. All right. In any event. Hey, get out of there. I'm just kidding. You can get in there. You can go in there. Let me just wall you up whilst, you know, that we do that to nachos. We do try to wall him up sometimes just for fun. So if I go control. Okay, this doesn't change at all. Okay, this is just a block, and then I can just change. Oh, I can put a tower, though. I don't know that I really need a tower here. But, I mean, he can have one. If he wants a second tower, you can never have enough towers, right? So there you go. Boom. And if it's the right one, yep, it's the stone one. There you go. Now it's kind of got a not so abrupt ending to it. But you can still go in here. And he can bring his girlfriends in here and make out with them or whatever. And have fun. Loader Rings of the Power is coming on Amazon Prime September 2nd. Is that a TV show? What is that? Is that a video game? What is it? I don't recognize that. I'm going to go down here. Oh, now he's shooting the ballista. He's trying to get me with the ballista now. That guy is ruthless. That guy is shameful. We're going to go down here. I'm just going to cap this side for him. I think because on mine, on mine there was, the difference is between this one and mine is I had to bring it down because because it was up on a hill, and I had to bring mine down to get to the place where I can put windows and doors and things. But this one, I think we're just going to do we're just going to cap it, toot it and boot it, whatever they call that song. Remember that? Which will kind of, like I said, this area is not ever going to be under siege, so I'm not that concerned with it. But so we're just going to cap it, boom, and then I want to grab the end piece. I want to change its format to that, I think. And is it the stone one or the wood one? Oh, it's the wrong one. Oh, this is where we need the wireframe. I got to pick it up. So this is where the wireframe thing comes in handy. It's a lot better than it was. That's all I can say. I don't know how you tell the difference between the stone one and the wooden one, except when I just, if I move the thing, like this one should be the stone one, but it doesn't necessarily, I can't see anywhere where it says that this is the stone version of that. It should have a little word on there where it says this is the blah 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 version, whatever. And then we can put, I don't know if we need to necessarily, but we could put he could have a door there if he wants. So he could get in this side and make out with the girls on this way. He could have a girlfriend on both sides of the thing. There you go. Now you can go in here. Boom. Oh, this one's got a little extra. A little extra there. The little extra, that's where you can store his like illegal substances and stuff. You can put them in there. And then we can go. I'm trying to think if there's anything else really important. I do EK tours a lot. So if you watch any of my previous videos, you'll see my other one. Actually, Sarge, one of our other guys, Sarge, just started playing, and he's in this area. Oh, Devil's Peak. That's right. I named it Devil's Peak for him. So this is our original guild house. This is the one I bought when I got my backer, and we first designed Dark Vortex. And so we're in here screwing around. So he's got his stuff is all in here. He's got his little throne. So he's in charge of the guild house. But yeah, this is a smaller area that we can, well, and it's still pretty large, but you can do events here as well. And people can get up on these walls and spectate up on the walls. This is what when you see streamers that have arenas, this is usually the kind that they have. There's some walls that go up and there's some walls that only go down. This is not an upside, apparently. I got an up wall around here somewhere. Oh, it's way down there, that's why. It's way down there. Unless I had a Fae, then I could just, because I can jump off. Yeah, I don't think this one can make it. Nope. The Faes can make it, though. This was actually designed when I only had a Fae. I only had a Fae. It's going to be a TV series. Okay, cool, man. So, yeah, here we go. Content, baby. This is content. Tell all them fighting streamers, they don't know what content is. This is true content right here. Climbing the walls in my EK. So yeah, so you could have an event up here, and there's other ramps to get up to other places. But you could have, people can spectate on the walls and stuff like that. This isn't really set up for a defensive or offensive position. There's a door there, so you have to come down. Then you can go up this way, and you can get up on these walls. Yeah, so you can do a little bit with this place. But you could have people spectating and just having a good old time and doing whatever. I hope to have that happen one day. And if the Earthers want to come one day and use this place to do an event, you know how to get a hold of me. Yeah? All right. Unless anybody's got some suggestions, what else do we need to do today? I think I talked about all my topics that I had topicized for the day. Yeah. I mean, basically it's after tomorrow night, there's a new shadow coming out right away. And, obviously everybody's going to be trying to get everything set up for that and get their characters where they need to get them and all that sort of thing. None of the guildies are up here, so they must not have any grievances. Yeah, cool. And, yeah, that's all I got. Anything else, Azerlin? You been over here yet? You haven't been to my EK yet, have you? You need to come over here. You probably like it here. It's like a party in here, man. We get busy in here. We're always like toking it up with the homies and stuff. And yeah, this castle is just obscene. But it totally fits Nacho's personality because he's totally obscene. So it's like, yeah, we totally get it. This is totally a Nacho's space. Yeah. Actually, the reason I'm not in that one is because I got tired of running up and down the hill all the time. So if I didn't have my Fae, it was a pain in the patootie. So, because if I had my Fae, I would just get up to the top and then jump off and fly all the way down to the bottom. But with any other character, not so much, not as much fun. Oh, look at that. He's trying. Oh, where's he going? He's still shooting that thing. See what I mean? It's easy to keep people entertained. You don't have to gatekeep everything in the game. You just give them one of these and put it on an EK, and it's hours of fun. Oh, it's Highlander. It's Highlander. So this is Nacho's keep. And then he's also got the castle, which is really nice. But it's way up here. It's not easy to get up here. I mean, it's not that it's hard. It's just a long walk. Is that wall? That must not be my wall, because I wouldn't have put that there. I would have made it a tower, if anything. Nachos needs to pick that thing up and put it back down as a full-size tower, because that would look cooler. That thing just looks like it's like a landing spot for his helicopter. I don't know. He ain't got those here. So yeah, here's his castle. See, there's the little Archon. And there you go. There's the overlook. There's Kronos. You can't really see my castle from here, which is good. Like I said, we try to stay as far apart. We're all guildies, but we stay far apart from each other. But anyway, guys, I think I've said everything I need to say, and unless anybody has any questions, comments, whatever, I'm going to call it, man. I'm going to wrap this puppy up and call it good and fix the title and do all that fun stuff. And I hope you guys, wish you guys the best of luck in the shadows and the dregs and all those other things you're doing out there. If you're a new player and you need help, come to Battle Vortex. We've got lots of help. We'll help you. But you are going to have to change the moon, unfortunately, for you. But yeah, those one and dones, that's interesting. I hope the dev team's seeing that people are trying it, but they have no idea what they're supposed to do there. And that's a problem. It's a problem. There's Highlander. Hi, Highlander. But yeah, thanks everybody that came out today. Appreciate all of you. Keep Zawi out of trouble. She's a very hot commodity right now. She's going to get her head chopped off a lot next week, I imagine. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, it's hard being at the top because the way down is steep. It's like this place. If you fall off of here, you might not survive it. So anyway, guys, thanks again. Appreciate all of you. My name's Fear. This is Battle Vortex. I will talk to you guys all next time. Come to my DV Trade EK and buy my stuff. See you later. Where's my exit?